Hey everyone, Coach Austin here from the Coach's Compound and the Aspire Club. What I want to talk to you today is about pain. Ooh. This word brings about a lot of emotion in the first place. So we're going to discuss a little bit about what is kind of pain and why does it affect us while training? What can you do while training when you have certain pains to hopefully help you get out of that pain? So the first aspect that we need to understand is that whether you think it is or not, pain is an emotion. I could tell you right now, your goldfish has now died. And for some people, it brings about such an emotional response that they feel physical pain. If you've been through any hard emotional part of your life, you've probably called that a painful part of your life. And of course, I could punch you in the arm, you feel pain there. It goes both ways. The brain is what sends signals to the body to tell you, you, my friend, are in pain. So me being an American will compare myself to kind of like the Nordic countries, the Vikings. If someone punches me in the face, I'm gonna say, ow, please don't do that again. You punch a Viking in the face, they will gladly take another. Of course, this is just a funny generalization, but the idea comes that pain is so much so that as even at a child, when I've fallen over as a baby, the parents say, oh no, are you okay? Versus some people have fallen over and they say, you're okay, get back up and keep going. So much of our lives have been just about learning what this human experience is about. And from your life, from an early age on, for the most part, your brain has taught you that certain things cause pain. Okay, so the first thing you need to realize is that pain is a normal part of the human condition. There are some people that will tell you should never be in pain. Sure, in a perfect world, who wants pain? Okay, but through pain, first off, you realize that you're human, and second off, you can get better through it. You are starting here, pain happens, you learn to get to here and become better for it. So realize that when you're training in pain or you're in pain, then you stop training, the important thing to realize is that that pain does not define you. That is more or less an emotion that is happening. Your brain is sending the signals and you're feeling the pain. So this goes for coaches as well. If your athlete, if your member, your client is in pain, the first thing you need to do is take a step back with them and help them realize that things are okay. Pain is not always the enemy. Of course, there's gonna be the times where they're like, hey Austin, like my arm is bent backwards behind my neck off of my body. Okay, yeah, that's not a good thing. But what we're talking about right now is going to be normal kind of things you feel from doing bench press. I feel a little something in my shoulder. You've done a lot of deadlifts. I feel something in my back. Okay, normal parts of training. All right, so now when we go on with pain, it's extremely important for us to realize that, first off, pain is not the enemy. Pain equals not enemy, so not enemy, okay? That's the first thing you need to realize. Second thing is, you can help yourself relearn how to almost not feel pain. So we'll just call this like relearn or relearning. Okay, so one thing that you can do, let's say, classic example you see all the time, deadlifting, herniation L4, L5. If you ever hear someone say they herniated their disc, it's probably L4, L5. Everyone just, you get one and you get one and you get one. Everyone's herniating their discs. Okay, well first off, there's going to be plenty of research that shows that most people, without even knowing it, have these different injuries. It's generally when someone Sir, it says here that you have a herniation in your L4, L5. You can no longer walk, you can no longer bend over, you're no longer allowed to play with your kids, and you must lay in your bed until you die. Or you can get surgery. Or you can take this medication. And what that does, that goes back to one. Okay? So the first part, like I said, psychology. But what we need to do is realize that there was a reason that L4, L5 herniated. There's a reason why your bicep tendon is inflamed. There is a reason why your knee is inflamed. There's whatever happens, there is a reason why that happened. So let's say most people, when they're deadlifting, eventually as they get tired, things start to round, therefore make it more susceptible to a herniation. We're just going to keep using that for the example. What you can do is instead of, oh no, my child has just fallen over and they need help getting up. Sorry, Susie, you're stuck down there. I can no longer bend over ever again. The doctor said so. You need to relearn how to move your body, and that's completely okay. So the job of a trainer, and this is going to be if you're the client, it is very important for you to almost interview and talk to the potential trainer or the trainer who you have. Like, hey, I really would like to not neglect these movements, but relearn how to do them correctly so that this doesn't happen again. Realize that it is completely possible to relearn out of pain. So we already know that when something happens to your body, pain is an emotion. It is a signal from the brain to the back. It's a signal from the brain to the shoulder. So what's really important is to kind of restructure what that signal looks like. If it's starting here and it's just going down, but it has an alternate pathway now that you're in pain, we need to teach it to be in a normal pathway. So what you can do, literally, is starting with just simple movement. And then eventually as you desensitize yourself, so desensitize meaning you're no longer sensitive to that stimulus, you start adding more. Start adding more, and you can see how that goes on from there. Okay, so this is where it comes down to, it's very important for you as an athlete, client, coach, whatever, to learn that movement is not a bad thing, okay? Every exercise has its place. Every movement has its place. Doing a deadlift like this, okay, generally seen as not right. But what if I was purposely trying to train a different part of my body? Okay, I can no longer be like, you shouldn't have done that? Even though this is what you're trying to do, you can't think about a certain exercise being ascribed with pain. Okay? Deadlift does not equal pain. Your kipping pull-ups do not equal pain. Whatever it is does not equal pain. So a very actionable thing for you can do is just take these 2 steps. Watch this 10 times if you have to. Get it through your head. You are not defined by your pain. Your pain is something that you can help get out of. You can help get out of pain by getting control of this. Once you have control of this, you have control over your whole entire body. Okay? Pain is not your enemy. Learn that you're in control. Number 2, relearn how to move without this pain. Whether it's you, your trainer teaching you, you're coaching your client to no longer be in pain to do these movements, you're going to have to relearn what it's like to be out of pain. Okay? 2 very actionable things that you can do literally right now. In the future videos, we can talk about literal things that you can do to program for your clients or for yourself on things you can do to help maybe prevent pain as well as to help alleviate pain. But the first thing you have to do is getting control of this. Okay? If you have any more questions, please leave me a message. Please, if you like this video, hit the like button, as well as you can subscribe to my channel so you can see every other video that I've ever made, and hopefully you can learn something and get control of your life. Thanks, guys. And remember, stop searching and start coaching.